wooden string and pull the ladder down. The quiet is descending in this sleeping hollow town. The air up here is heavy, thick with yesterday. A million golden promises we carefully packed away. I step onto the floorboards, they creak under the weight of every maybe tomorrow and every sealed fate. There's a canvas in the corner underneath the linen sheet, a masterpiece of us that we could never quite complete. And I'm standing in the attic of old hopes, tangled in the velvet and the frayed out ropes. It's a graveyard of the Sundays that we swore would come to pass, trapped inside the boxes and the broken looking glass. The roof is slowly leaking, letting in the autumn rain, washing out the blueprints of a localized pain. I'm blowing off the dust from the things we couldn't keep up here in the attic where the old hopes sleep. I found the silver locket and the tickets to the coast, the physical reminders of my favorite living ghost. We bought a little suitcase for a trip we didn't take, and now it's just a monument to every bitter ache. The sunlight cuts a sliver through the wooden window blind, illuminating everything we had to leave behind. A beautifully curated high-end tragedy, stored above the ceiling where the world can never see. You can't just throw a dream away, it has to have a place, a quiet kind of purgatory hidden in the space between the heavy roofing and the floorboards of the mind, where the things you used to pray for are the things you leave behind. And I'm standing in the attic of old hopes, tangled in the velvet and the frayed out ropes. It's a graveyard of the Sundays that we swore would come to pass, trapped inside the boxes and Polished marbles freezing underneath my feet. I'm standing on the edge of a quiet defeat. The heavy oak door is a physical wall. I'm waiting for the echo of a final call. I've got my keys resting heavy in the palm of my hand, looking at the threshold that I can't command. The porch light is flickering, casting a glow on the absolute hardest place I've ever had to go. And I'm drowning in this doorstep despair, breathing in the freezing, in the heavy night air. I can't walk away, and I can't go back in. Caught right at the border where the endings begin. It's a localized purgatory made of stone, the exact coordinate where I am finally alone. I'm dropping my bags on the concrete out there, paralyzed perfectly in doorstep despair. I can see my reflection in the dark polished brass, watching the final few seconds just quietly pass. Inside is the history, the warmth and the gold. Outside is the future, the wind and the cold. I remember the day that you carried me through, when the pain was still fresh and the promises new. Now the welcome that feels like a bitter, cruel joke, a tapestry woven with the words that we broke. A door is just wood, and a lock is just steel. But crossing the boundary makes everything real. It's the heaviest step that a person can take, leaving the house of the beautiful lake. And I'm drowning in this doorstep despair, breathing in the freezing and the heavy night air. I can't walk away, and I can't go back in. Caught right at the border where the endings begin. And it's a localized purgatory made of stone, the exact coordinate where I am finally alone. I'm dropping my bags on the concrete out there, paralyzed perfectly in doorstep despair. Doorstep despair, standing on the edge. Put the keys in the mailbox, turn around, walk down the steps. Don't look at the door. Doorstep despair. The orange sky is bleeding out across the canyon floor. I'm leaning on the railing where we used to dream of more. You said we'd watch 1,000 more together, hand in hand. But now I'm standing in the dust of all our broken plans. The shadows long and lonely, they're reaching for my feet, while the world is turning quiet on this empty, dead-end street. You took the house, you took the car, you took the better years. You left me with the echoes and a bucket full of tears. You walked away with everything I thought was yours and mine, but you can't claim the horizon or the way the light declines. Keep the keys and keep the ghost of what we used to find. But the sunset is mine. Yeah, the sunset is mine. I remember how the gold would glow against your skin, back before the arguments and where the ice grew thin. Now you're probably watching it from someone else's view, thinking that the colors still belong to me and you. But I'm reclaiming every hue of purple, red and gold, because this is the only story that you haven't sold. You took the house, you took the car, you took the better years. You left me with the echoes and a bucket full of tears. You walked away with everything I thought was yours and mine, but you can't claim the horizon or the way the light declines. Keep the keys and keep the ghost of what we used to find. But the sunset is mine. It's the one thing you can't carry, the one thing you can't steal, a burning piece of beauty that reminds me how to feel. Go on and chase the neon, go on and chase the new, but you'll never own the moment when the day is finally through. The sun is sinking lower now, the dark is moving in, but I'm still standing in the glow where you have never been. The sunset is mine. Yeah, it's mine. You stood upon my doorstep with a fabricated smile and told me that the distance only lasted for a while. You held your hands out open, looking desperate and so cold, and handed me a copper coin disguised as heavy gold. I knew the way the story ends. I've read the final page. I've already been a prisoner inside this quiet cage. But the lonely is a heavy drug that makes the vision blur, and I convinced myself that you were who I thought you were. And you managed to fool me twice, right under the light. You plunged me right back into the middle of the night. I built the wall up brick by brick and handed you the sledge. I walked myself completely blind, right over the edge. The first time was a tragedy, a sudden, sharp attack. But the second time was suicide, 'cause I invited you back. I'm standing in the wreckage, looking at the heavy price of letting down my heavy guard and letting you fool me twice. You learn the architecture of my newly mended heart, just so you could perfectly dismantle it apart. You use the exact same promises, the exact same heavy lines, and I ignored the sirens and the bright red warning signs. I watched you pour the poison in the bottom of the glass, and I drank it down in silence, waiting for the pain to pass. I wanted to believe the lie was beautifully true, but the only person I can really blame today is you and me. Shame on you for the first time, for the sudden quiet theft, for taking all the oxygen until there's nothing left. But shame on me for the sequel, for unlocking every door and expecting something different than the blood upon the floor. And you managed to fool me twice, right under the light. You plunged me right back into the middle of the night. I built the wall up brick by brick and handed you the sledge. I walked myself completely blind, right over the edge. The first time was a tragedy, a sudden sharp attack. But the second time was suicide, 'cause I invited you back. I'm standing in the wreckage, looking at the heavy price of letting down my heavy guard, letting you fool me twice. Fool me twice. Shame on me. The door is locked now, for good this time. No more second chances. Fool me twice. I'm done. We stood in the center of the living room space, a perfect design in a beautiful place. The ground felt so solid, the foundation deep, a quiet little promise we swore we would keep. I leaned on your shoulder, I let down my guard. I thought that the hardest parts wouldn't be hard. I planted my feet on the beautiful floor, then I wouldn't have to run anymore. But you had your hands on the edge of the seams, and you ripped out the fabric right under our dreams. 1 second of gravity, 0 to dread. The ceiling is suddenly spinning instead. I'm falling in slow motion, drowning in doubt. Caught in the second the rug was pulled out. The room is collapsing, the silence is loud. I'm hitting the floor while you walk through the crowd. I reach for the table to steady my hand, but there's nothing familiar left where I stand. The hardwood is tilted, the pictures all fall. A sudden disaster inside of these walls. I look at your face and you don't even flinch, while you tear my whole world away inch by cold inch. You didn't just leave, you dismantled the ground, and you left me here falling without any sound. They say that a heartbreak takes time to unwind, a slow separation of body and mind. But you didn't linger, you didn't delay, you just shattered the ground and then walked right away. An earthquake is nature, a storm is the sky, but this was a choice, and I'll never know why. But you had your hands on the edge of the seams, and you ripped out the fabric right under our dreams. 1 second of gravity, 0 to dread. The ceiling is suddenly spinning instead. I'm falling in slow motion, drowning in doubt. Caught in the second the rug was pulled out. The room is collapsing, the silence is loud. I'm hitting the floor while you walk through the crowd. The rug pulled out, falling so fast. Brace for the impact, the ground is right there. No solid footing, just the rug pulled out. I watched the match strike, saw the sulfur flare. You were the oxygen, I was the heavy air. We built a cathedral out of matchsticks and pride. Then we locked all the doors and we waited inside. Now the smoke's in the rafters and the heat's on the floor, and I'm not even looking for the way to the door. There's a beauty in the burn, a rhythm in the flame. I'm whispering the ashes as they whisper back your name. Let it turn to charcoal, let it turn to black. I'm never gonna ask for all the pieces back. It's a glowing masterpiece, a lesson slowly learned. Oh, I'm finally seeing all the beauty in the burn. Fingers are dancing like stars on the ground. It's the most honest thing that I think I've ever found. No more pretending we could ever stay cool. We were a wildfire, we were beautiful fools. And if I'm going down in this orange and red, at least I'll be warm in this hollowed out bed. Fire cleanses what the water couldn't reach, a jagged kind of gospel that the ruins have to preach. I'm not crying 'cause it's over, I'm just blinded by the light of everything we ignited on our very last is rising in the smoke, beautiful. Just look at the beauty in the burn. The house is too quiet, it's ringing in my ears. The sound of the vacancy I've dreaded for years. I heard the door click, the soft and final snap, like a sudden thunder in a summer nap. I didn't have to look, I didn't have to call. I felt the sudden winter settling in the hall. There's a pair of silver keys lying on the counter, next to the mail and the grocery list. I found her, a cold piece of metal, a heavy bit of steel, the final punctuation to everything we feel. They won't open the door, they won't start the car. They're just a jagged reminder of how gone you are. Just keys on the counter, shining in the light, the weight of a ghost staying over tonight. There used to be a promise, a welcome home kiss. Now they're just a relic of the life that we'll miss. I wanna pick them up, I wanna throw them away, but I'm staring at the granite where they're gonna stay. Because as long as they're sitting in that little gold tray, I can pretend you're just late and you're on your way. No more jingling in the locket 1/2 past in this hollowed out frame. Just a set of teeth that bite when I whisper your name. Cold to the touch, they don't mean much, but they mean everything now. I'll leave them right there in the cold kitchen air. Keys on the counter, keys on the counter. I used to keep the armor polished up and bolted tight, guarding all the fragile things from stepping in the light. But you had a gentle rhythm and a beautifully quiet way of convincing all my heavy iron defenses to decay. I unlaced the heavy leather, I unbuckled all the steel. I let you touch the absolute most terrifying real. I gave you the coordinates to where the deepest rivers run, and left my delicate anatomy exposed under the sun. And now I'm walking around with a heart cut open, a million little promises permanently broken. Every single beat is just spilling on the floor. I don't have a barricade or a heavy iron door. You took a silver scalpel to the center of my chest and left a bleeding hollow in the place I love the best. The air is way too freezing and the wind is far too loud for a heart cut open in the middle of the crowd. I try to wrap a bandage around the center of the ache, but the fabric is absorbing every mistake that I make. You can see the heavy bruising, you can see the torn up thread, the physical reality of everything you said. People look right at me and they quickly look away, terrified of catching the disease I have today. There is no polite concealing, there is nothing left to hide when you've turned the darkest corners completely outside. You promised you were looking for a place to build a home, but you treated my devotion like a disposable stone. You dug into the center just to see what you could find, and walked away and left the devastating mess behind. And now I'm walking around with a heart cut open, a million little promises permanently broken. Every single beat is just spilling on the floor. I don't have a barricade or a heavy iron door. You took a silver scalpel to the center of my chest and left a bleeding hollow in the place I love the best. The air is way too freezing and the wind is far too loud for a heart cut open in the middle of the crowd. Heart cut open, nowhere to hide. The armor bleeding out. The laundry basket sitting in the corner of the room, a quiet little monument to an impending gloom. I pull a heavy sweater from the bottom of the pile, the one you used to wear when we would walk another mile. I shouldn't hold it up, I shouldn't bring it to my face, but I am desperate for a phantom in this empty, hollow space. I close my tired eyes and I breathe in the heavy wool, and suddenly the freezing, empty room is completely full. Because I'm drowning in the scent of you, suspended in the air, an invisible reminder that you aren't really there. It's a localized time machine, a cruel and quiet trick, a beautiful aroma that is making me so sick. I can smell the cedar wood, the coffee and the rain, a perfectly preserved and deeply curated pain. It lingers in the fabric and it haunts the heavy room, trapped inside the heavy, quiet ghost of your perfume. I washed the cotton bed sheets, I opened up the blind, trying to scrub the atmosphere of what you left behind. I lit a dozen candles just to burn away the trace and clear the heavy history right out of this dark space. But sand is such a stubborn thing, it hides inside the weave. It refuses to acknowledge that you ever had to leave. It hits me in the hallway, it catches in my breath, a microscopic tether to a quiet, quiet death. You can delete the photographs and throw away the keys. You can burn the handwritten letters in the winter breeze, but you can't erase an atmosphere. You can't undo the air, the invisible coordinates that prove that you were there. Because I'm drowning in the scent of you, suspended in the air, an invisible reminder that you aren't really there. It's a localized time machine, a cruel and quiet trick, a beautiful aroma that is making me so sick. I can smell the cedar wood, the coffee and the rain, a perfectly preserved and deeply curated pain. It lingers in the fabric and it haunts the heavy room, trapped inside the heavy, quiet ghost of your perfume. Scent of you, still in the room. Drop the sweater, breathe out. The air is heavy, but you are gone. The scent of you. I unfolded the parchment across the oak desk, tracing the lines of the beating in my chest. We charted the highways, we plotted the sea, drawing out the borders of you and of me. The ink was so heavy, the coordinates set. A beautiful journey with zero regret. But I'm staring at the paper in the middle of the night, and the longitude and latitude are fading from my sight, because I'm holding a map of nowhere, tracing a ghost, searching for the harbor of a vanished coast. The compass is spinning, the needle is dead, pointing to the empty space inside of my head. We drew a red line to a house on a hill, but the earth opened up and the engine went still. I'm lost in the middle of a beautiful plan, holding a map of nowhere in the palm of my hand. Here is the corner where we were supposed to stand, with the gold on our fingers and the time in the sand. I drop a heavy tear right onto the spot, watching the ink of our promises blot. It bleeds through the paper, it ruins the grid, erasing the future and the things that we did. A cartographer's nightmare, a beautiful lie, a highway that abruptly ends in the sky. You can't navigate a canyon when the bridge has been burned. You can't find a lesson that was never quite learned. I fold up the paper and I turn out the light and surrender myself to the heavy, dark night, because I'm holding a map of nowhere, tracing a ghost, searching for the harbor of a vanished coast. The compass is spinning, the needle is dead, pointing to the empty space inside of my head. We drew a red line to a house on a hill, but the earth opened up and the engine went still. I'm lost in the middle of a beautiful plan, holding a map of nowhere in the palm of my hand. Map of nowhere. The ink is bleeding, the paper is torn, no destination, just lost. My knuckles are white from gripping the wheel, trying to outrun the heavy weight that I feel. I'm miles away from the street where you live, but I'm out of the grace that I wanted to give. I packed all my bags and I drove through the night, still shaking. My fingers are locked on the door in my mind that I haven't unlocked, and I can't let go. The gravity's too strong. I'm holding on to a ride, even though we went wrong. It's a heavy kind of glue, a localized freeze, a desperate kind of begging down on my knees. I wanna uncurl my hands and just walk away, but the memory demands that the history stay. I'm tethered to the wreckage, bound to the ache. Holding on to you is a habit I can't break. I look at my palms and they're frozen in place, still perfectly holding the shape of your face. The friction is burning, the tension is high. I'm trapped in this space between hello and goodbye. I threw out the letters, I burned all the clothes, I swept up the petals from the dying white rose. But the physical distance is just a facade when the ghost of your touch is still holding the rod. They tell you surrender is how you survive, that dropping the anchor will keep you alive. But they don't understand how the muscle forgets how to open the grip and release the regrets. And I can't let go. The gravity's too strong. I'm holding on to ride, even though it went wrong. It's a heavy kind of glue, a localized freeze, a desperate kind of begging down on my knees. I wanna uncurl my hands and just walk away, but the memory demands that the history stay. I'm tethered to the wreckage, bound to the ache. Holding on to you is a habit I can't break, can't let go. Fingers locked tight. The anchor is heavy, the chain is pulled taut. I wanna release it, but I can't let go. The day is a fortress, I build up the walls, I block out your name when the memory calls. I keep myself busy, I keep my head down, walking the concrete of this heavy town. But as soon as the sun drops and the room turns to black, the barricades crumble and the shadows come back. I close my tired eyes to escape from the ache, but that's the exact moment my subconscious wakes. And you're haunting my dreams, walking the halls, projecting your face on the back of the walls. A beautiful phantom dressed in the night, stealing the breath from my chest in the fright. I try to run backwards, I try to wake up, but I'm drinking the poison right out of the cup. The morning is miles and miles away, and I'm trapped with the ghost that I buried today. You speak in a whisper that feels like a scream, a perfect illusion inside of the stream. We're standing right there on the edge of the shore, doing the things that we can't anymore. You reach out your hand and I feel the cold touch. I never knew sleep could demand quite so much. It's a high definition, cruel kind of play, where you never leave, but you never really stay. Insomnia feels like a safer retreat than facing the phantom that I have to meet. When the heavy sleep cycle pulls me below into the undertow where I don't wanna go. A localized nightmare dressed up as a prize. The second I finally close my heavy eyes, and you're haunting my dreams, walking the halls, projecting your face on the back of the walls. A beautiful phantom dressed in the night, stealing the breath from my chest in the fright. I try to run backwards, I try to wake up, but I'm drinking the poison right out of the cup. The morning is miles and miles away, and I'm trapped with the ghost that I buried today. Just the moonlight and the haunting. The street lights bleed through the crack in the blind, painting a shadow on the walls of my mind. The city is sleeping, the traffic is dead, but there is a hurricane inside of my head. I'm staring at the ceiling in the cool dark gray, counting down the hours till the break of the day. Every time I close my eyes, I see where we were, a high definition, tragic little blur. And I'm drowning in these midnight memories, listening to the wind blow through the leafless trees. It's a localized haunting in a king-size bed, a terrible screening of the things we said. The daytime is easy, I can put on a face, but the midnight is a ruthless, unforgiving space. I'm trapped in the quiet, completely possessed by midnight memories. push the heavy sorrow away. But the cotton is freezing and the fabric is bare, just a physical reminder that you aren't really there. I'm scrolling through the gallery of perfect mistakes, measuring the depth of all these localized aches. The clock on the nightstand is glowing in red, a digital countdown of the tears I have shed. You can hide from the past in the light of the sun. You can lose yourself out where the busy crowds run, but the darkness demands an absolute truth and forces you to look at the ghost of your youth. And I'm drowning in these midnight memories, listening to the wind blow through the leafless trees. It's a localized haunting in a king-size bed, a terrible screening of the things we said. The daytime is easy, I can put on a face, but the midnight is a ruthless, unforgiving space. I'm trapped in the quiet, completely possessed by midnight memories that never wanna rest. Midnight memories, the clock keeps ticking. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., the shadows are long, wide awake. Midnight memories. The clock is ticking heavy on the living room wall, the longest quiet shadow stretching out across the hall. We've been sitting at this table for an hour and a half, a million miles away from the echoes of our laugh. I'm looking at your hands, resting still upon the wood. I'd build a bridge across the space between us if I could, but the air is feeling thicker than a heavy winter coat, and every single sentence is just dying in my throat, because there's nothing left to say. The vocabulary is dry. We've exhausted every angle, every reason, every why. The dictionary's empty and the argument is dead. We are drowning in the silence of the words we left unsaid. We used to talk till sunrise, we used to own the night. Now we're sitting in the wreckage of a burned out quiet life. The final page is written, the ink is turning gray, and we're looking at each other with nothing left to say. I miss the angry shouting, I miss the slamming door. At least there was a heartbeat in the middle of the war. At least there was a passion, a desperate kind of fight, a proof that we were trying to make the wrong things right. But this is just a graveyard, a paralyzing cold, a terrifying symptom of a love that's grown too old. apologize 100 times, you can beg and you can plead, but words are just a bandage when a heart begins to bleed. And when the well is empty and the river turns to sand, you finally have to drop the rope and open up your hand, because there's nothing left to say. The vocabulary's dry. We've exhausted every angle, every reason, every why. The dictionary's empty and the argument is dead. We are drowning in the silence of the words we left unsaid. We used to talk till sunrise. We used to own the night. Now we're sitting in the wreckage of a burned out quiet light. The final page is written, the ink is turning gray, and we're looking at each other with nothing left to say. Nothing left. The room is so quiet, just the sound of the clock. Push the chair back, stand up, walk away. Nothing left to say. I'm standing in the studio with nothing but the gray, trying to figure out exactly how to wash you all away. I've got a heavy palette knife and a bucket full of black to cover up the masterpiece and never look right back. Every stroke is muscle memory. My hands know what to do. They naturally default to painting silhouettes of you. I'm scraping at the canvas, trying to tear the fabric bare, but the underpainting holds the heavy ghost of you in there. And I'm trying to master the art of unloving, a beautiful disaster, a desperate kind of shoving. It's a backwards kind of sculpting, chipping marble into dust, a terrifying practice of dismantling the trust. I have to focus on your face just to paint it out of sight, a localized destruction in the middle of the night. It's a heavy exhibition that the world is never seeing, the brutal, quiet practice of the art of unloving. I take a heavy charcoal and I cross out every line, the coordinates of yours and the history of mine. I smudge it with my fingers till the paper starts to tear, leaving nothing but a shadow and a heavy, empty air. They say that time's an artist, that it heals the deepest cuts, but I'm the one out here spilling all my heavy, quiet guts. I'm pouring dark acrylic over everything that shines, trying dry. You have to actively erase the blue out of the sky. It takes a million deliberate motions just to clear the heavy head and turn a living, breathing color into something cold and dead. And I'm trying to master the art of unloving a beautiful disaster. A desperate kind of shoving, it's a backwards kind of sculpting, chipping marble into dust. A terrifying practice of dismantling the trust. I have to focus on your face just to paint it out of sight. A localized destruction in the middle of the night. It's a heavy exhibition that the world is never seeing. The brutal, quiet practice of the art of unloving. The art of unloving. Painted all black. The canvas is heavy. The colors are gone. Put the brush down. Walk away. Unloving. Unloving. I know the grain of the wood on the frame by heart. Every little scratch from the day we made our start. But I'm standing in the hallway, staring at the paint, feeling all the oxygen growing cold and faint. I heard the heavy deadbolt slide into the steel. A terrifying click that made the ending real. The sliver of the light at the bottom fades to black. And I know there isn't any way to push it back. And I'm standing on the wrong side of closed doors. Listen to the silence settle along the floors. It's a localized fortress made of heavy oak and pride, with all my favorite memories locked away inside. I could raise my heavy fist and knock upon the wood, but I know that it wouldn't do a single bit of good. The boundary is drawn and the boundary is clear. I am completely locked out of the atmosphere. I remember how it used to be, standing wide and free, a beautifully open invitation just for me. With the golden hour light spilling out into the hall, and your jacket hanging softly on the hook upon the wall. Now the brass on the handle is freezing to the touch, and I realize that I have finally asked for way too much. A door is just a door until the person turns the key and turns a perfect home into a tragic history. You don't need a massive wall to keep the world away. You just need an inch of timber and nothing left to say. closed doors, listening to the silence settle on the floors. It's a localized fortress made of heavy oak and pride, with all my favorite memories locked away inside. I can raise my heavy fist and knock upon the wood, but I know that it wouldn't do a single bit of good. The boundary is drawn and the boundary is clear. I am completely locked out of the atmosphere. Closed doors, the lock is turned. Take a step back, look at the numbers on the brass. It's not your house anymore. Turn around, close doors. There's a stack of flattened cardboard resting on the hardwood floor, and a roll of heavy shipping tape sitting by the bedroom door. I'm standing in the center of the life we used to share, breathing in the silence and the heavy, dusty air. I take your favorite coffee mug and wrap it up in white, trying to protect it from the coldness of the night. Every single object is a anchor to the past, a physical reminder of the things that couldn't last. And I'm packing up the memories, boxing up the years, folding up the laughter and wrapping up the tears. It's a localized disaster in a 12 by 12 inch square, a carefully curated heavy burden I must bear. I'm sealing up the edges with a satisfying sound, trying to keep the sorrow from spilling on the ground. But the cardboard feels so heavy and my hands are getting slow, packing up the memories of a ghost I have to let go. The silver ticket stub from the winter we first met, tucked inside a novel that I never will forget. It weighs about an ounce, but it feels just like a stone, a microscopic monument to sitting here alone. I place it in the corner of a dark and empty space, and try to wipe the phantom of your smile from my face. You can organize the ruin, you can put it in a row, but boxing up the history just gives the pain a place to grow. I take a heavy marker and I write the word fragile, a bitter little warning stretching out for half a mile. I can stack the boxes high, I can load them in the car, but it doesn't change the coordinates of who we really are. And I'm packing up the memories, feels so heavy, and my hands are getting slow, packing up the memories of a ghost I have to let go. Packing up the memories, tape it all shut, push the box to the side, grab another one. The room is getting empty, but my heart is full, packing it up. Packing it up. Dust settles on the dashboard where you used to rest your feet. I haven't moved your jacket from the passenger seat. They say time is a river that washes it all away, but I've been building dams just to keep the water at bay. I'm polishing the pain until it shines, tracing every scar you left behind. If I let the memory fade, then I have to let you go. So I keep the ache alive in the afterglow, making a diamond sitting in the dark, polishing the pain. The picture on the nightstand has a crack across the glass. I wipe away the fingerprints, but I can't change the past. Friends tell me I'm crazy, they tell me to move on, but this hurting is the only proof that you were ever drawn into my life, into my heart, before it tore apart. So I'm polishing the pain until it shines, tracing every scar you left behind. If I let the memory fade, then I have to let you go. So I keep the ache alive in the afterglow, making a diamond out of the rain, sitting in the dark, polishing the pain. It's a heavy kind of treasure, this quiet kind of grief, a beautiful obsession, a desperate kind of thief, stealing all my tomorrows to pay for yesterday. I'll make it look so perfect as I slowly break away. Rubbing at the edges, trying to find the gold, polishing the pain, never letting go. I'm polishing the pain until it shines. shudders heavily beneath the cabin floor. I'm sitting 20 rows away from the departure door. My forehead's resting sideways on the freezing double glass, watching all the runway lights and heavy tarmac pass. I see the city skyline starting to recede, a beautifully tragic blur of everything I need. I didn't try to stop you when you told me we were done. I just bought a one-way ticket running from the sun. And I'm sitting in the window seat for a witness, watching the exact coordinates of our forgiveness fade into the darkness of a heavy pouring rain. A localized disaster pressed against a window pane. I'm moving at 100 miles an hour through the night, but my heart is paralyzed right inside the terminal light. I'm a passenger to sorrow, a spectator to the cost, sitting in the window seat, watching what I lost. The altitude is climbing, the temperature drops low. I'm looking at the grid of golden streetlights far below, trying to map the intersection where our apartment sits, where everything we built was slowly shattered into bits. There's a stranger sitting next to me, asleep against the tray, oblivious to how my world is breaking down today. I trace a little circle in the condensation there and watch it slowly vanish in the pressurized air. They say that distance gives you a perspective on the pain, a bird's eye view to help you see the logic in the rain. But looking from the stratosphere doesn't make it right, it just makes the empty spaces feel incredibly polite. And I'm sitting in the window seat for a witness, watching the exact coordinates of our forgiveness fade into the darkness of a heavy pouring rain. A localized disaster pressed against a window pane. I'm moving at 100 miles an hour through the night, but my heart is paralyzed right inside the terminal light. I'm a passenger to sorrow, a spectator to the cost, sitting in the window seat, watching what I lost. The window seat, watching it fade. The city is gone now, just the clouds and the black. Keep flying forward, can't go back. Just a witness. I pull the brass handle and the heavy door slide, revealing all the shadows that are waiting inside. There's a row of empty hangers clinking softly in the dark, and a heavy winter jacket carrying your spark. I bury my face in the collar of the wool, trying to pretend that the empty room is full. It still smells like cedar and your favorite cologne, a perfectly preserved little world of our own. And I'm staring at a closet full of ghosts, raising up a glass to the heaviest of toasts. Every single fabric is a memory in the weave, a tactile reminder of the day you had to leave. There are sweaters in the corner and your shoes upon the floor, waiting for a footstep that isn't coming anymore. I'm standing in the bedroom, entirely paralyzed by a closet full of ghosts and the tears inside my eyes. I brush my fingers over the velvet and the silk, spilled across the darkness like a drop of heavy milk. Here is the shirt from the night that we met, and the dark denim jacket that I'll never forget. They hold the exact shape of your shoulders and your chest, a hollowed out museum of the times that I loved best. But there's no heart beating underneath the cotton thread, just the cold, heavy echo of the things we left unsaid. I need to grab a garbage bag and throw it all away, to clear out the haunting for the breaking of the day. But emptying the shelves means I'm emptying the past, and admitting that the fabric was never meant to last. And I'm staring at a closet full of ghosts, raising up a glass to the heaviest of toasts. Every single fabric is a memory in the weave, a tactile reminder of the day you had to leave. There are sweaters in the corner and your shoes upon the floor, waiting for a footstep that isn't coming anymore. I'm standing in the bedroom, entirely paralyzed by a closet full of ghosts and the tears inside my eyes. Full of ghosts, slide the door shut, turn the handle back, walk away, leave them in the dark closet full of ghosts.